We come into what is called Jal Shaamak Mudra. It has several other names, no worries. It's what we want to get, the intended outcome from it that's important. Jal Shaamak Mudra is nothing but just folding the little finger and pressing the middle knuckle between the two knuckles with the thumb. That's all. The index finger, middle finger, and ring finger stay pointed. So you're going to be seated in a comfortable yoga posture, any meditative posture. The tip of the little finger should be at the base of the thumb. That is important. The tip of the little finger should be at the base of the thumb. And the thumb should be on the first phalanges. Phalanges means between the two bones, the two joints. Press gently. Other three fingers are straight. Hold this mudra. You can place the hands on your knees with palms facing up. Keep your eyes closed. Keep the tongue dropped from the hard palate. Make sure the pressure is applied. Come into peak state now to celebrate the benefits of Jal Shamak Mudra. Peak state with your breath work. Anything where you are fast but not intense. Pulling your abdomen in with active exhalations of Kapalbhati. Jal Shamak Mudra helps in reversing, relieving excessive salivation, running nose, sweaty palms, watery eyes, edema, that is swelling, edema, water retention, ascites, which is fluid which collects in spaces within the abdomen, dropsy, which is swelling from water fluid in the cells, in cavities, diarrhea, hyperacidity, pleurisy and pleural infusion, which is fluid between layers of tissues that line our lungs, fluid in the lungs, fluid in the chest cavity, imbalance in the hormones, excessive swelling and infusion in joints, excessive bleeding, fluid in the brains, swelling in the kidneys, which have their own names, but that is used more in the pharmaceutical and other medical industry. Let's just understand the meanings. Come into peak state. From Kapalbhati now, add inhalations to be in Bhastrika. Don't overdo. Anytime you're tired, take a pause and restart. Brushing upon the benefits that apply to you. or someone you are guiding or helping, or someone around you who needs help, an effortless Jal Shamak Mudra can reverse innumerable diseases, swellings, water retention, edema, urine retention, dropsy, excessive salivation, sweaty or wet palms or hands, watery eyes, runny nose, ascites, dropsy, diarrhea, hyperacidity, excessive bleeding, fluid retention in the lungs, kidneys, brain. Yes, scary, some fatal, some life-threatening. Names. Such simple ways of starting to attempt to reverse them. Discontinue any peak state breath work that you may be doing. Continue staying in Jal Shamak Mudra. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. When you inhale, count. When you exhale, add 2 to the count. सांस अंदर लेते वक्त, पूरक करते वक्त काउंट करें, जो भी काउंट आया हो उसको सांस छोड़ते वक्त 2 ऐड करें. रेचक में make your own formula and hence your own ratio. 6:8, 7:9. Problems, pressures, stresses of daily life make our breath very fast, very erratic, very scary, in a depressive or fear mode sometimes. The moment we make our exhalations longer than our inhalations, we come into a peace state from a peak state. Both are win-win. Simplify your lives. One negative thought can bring the breath into complete havoc. Even more dangerous when you're eating your food. Even more dangerous when you could be driving. And the most dangerous when you need to make decisions. How simple is this? Only add 2 to your exhalations. What we are doing is called equal breath, samavritti pranayam, a dirgha one. The number can increase in the next count for dirgha ayushya. Ayushya is determined by the number of breaths one is going to take in a lifetime, not by the number of years one is going to live. So if we slow down our breaths, not by pushing it into a deliberate attempt of slowing it, not by lengthening it, only by practicing dirgha pranaya, we make it very simple. कुछ नहीं कर रहे हम, सांस अंदर लेते वक्त काउंट किया और उस गिनती को 2 ऐड करके सांस छोड़े. See how liberating you feel. See how those trivial concerns are not important anymore. Celebrate while healing is happening in Jal Shaamak Mudra, or while you are learning to make your own courses to heal those who have one or more of these problems, to get your financial freedom. You're celebrating, structuring a pattern to reverse fluid in the brain, swelling in the kidneys, excessive menstruation, effusions of joints, hormonal imbalances, pleural effusion, fluid in the layers of the tissues, in the lungs, in the chest cavity, hyperacidity, dropsy, ascetics, fluid in the abdomen, edema, water retention, sweaty, wet palms, runny nose, watery eyes, excessive salivation. And here comes the biggest and the most important benefit of Jal Shaamak Mudra. Helps to calm a restless and anxious mind. Reverses anxiety. Without bringing an end to the dirgha pranayam, without bringing an end to the equal breath, without bringing an end to the samavritti pranayam, only end your session by slowly opening the eyes. Which means whenever the dirgha pranayam discontinues, whenever the exhalations become shorter or as much as the inhalations, keep noticing. After opening the mudra, just set an alarm. Watch once every hour. Oops, my inhalation again became longer, or I started breathing, or I started getting hyper, or my breath while I'm eating my food, or I'm angry. And start giggling and laughing and joking at your own self. Go to the mirror, do some mirror work and just say your name and say, awesome, you're beautiful. Your own Sahaj Atma Swarup is now beginning to make your own Guru. With that, we end today's session. Hari Om Tat Sat. So be it.